everyone, it's Desiree, and it's another series time. And here I am going to merge two concepts: scrapbook album and a journal. So just a little bit of background. So, yep, Gabby, long series. Yep, here we go. I was scrolling through Etsy one day. Wasn't really feeling too well, so sitting on the couch and streaming something that I've seen forever and a day and multiple times, and just sitting there strolling around through Etsy, and I came across this download. Now, I am in love with this creator on Etsy for digital downloads for journals. Anna does beautiful work, and it is Pink Monarch Prints, and she will be listed down below in the video description. And she developed something that is called, and I have to look at it again, okay, the Christmas Super Simple Pages. Now, when she developed this, she is a journaler. She creates these beautiful journal pages and journal sets. But these are just really cool, and they just really caught my eye. So I did reach out to her, and she does know that I'm going to be doing this. So we are going to take her concept of having these pages in your journal, whether it's a junk journal style or a vintage junk journal style, which is what I refer to them as, and I'm going to have them marry into a scrapbook album. Now, for those of you that have seen the videos recently, I've recently been doing some scrapbook albums. I do them offline, and they are going to be coming into the channel. I just really enjoy making them for my customers and designing them and coming up with the different flips. I love the interaction that you can get from a scrapbook album, and you can even see that when it comes to the cards that I create. I love them. They go to the next level. They go overboard, and you've got, you know, these flips and these interactive and dimension and textures that go with them. So we are going to be using this album. I always have these geared up and ready to go. And this album measures 6 by 8, and it has a 3-inch spine. Now, of course, it's a little wider as we make this, but it's basically a 3-inch spine. It has a 4-inch hinge system in this. And that's ready to go as well. And remember, when you have the number of hinges, you double that, but you also add 2 more, or at least I do. So in this case, I have 8 sides to all of my hinges, my 4 hinges, and then I have 2 more. So that brings me up to 10. And when Anna created the Super Simple Christmas, she also has an awesome Halloween one, and there's others that are in her shop, which again will be linked down below. She created 10. There are 10 in the series, and you can purchase them individually, or you can purchase the entire set. Of course, I saw that afterwards, but it's the same thing. It comes out the same way. So that's what we're going to be doing. All right, again, this is going to be a series. You can tell I already have the album together, so I'm not going to be showing how to construct that. I'll have another video that shows constructions of albums and so forth. I will link to a video where I did show construction of an album. It's not this size, but you can just alter it for any size that you want. So I'm going to set this aside, and I want to show you the beautiful pages that we're going to use. So to first start off with, I downloaded her Very Merry background pages. These coincide and coordinate with the papers that she used in the Christmas Super Simple sets that she has. So we're going to flip through these. Now, these are not the size. I just combined them to save paper and ink. So each one, of course, is a page. And these are going to be our bases for the hinge. So you have these two beautiful prints. You have a solid print here that's distressed, and then you have a collage print here. You have these two. And it's a beautiful, like, olive green and deep red. And then you have these two here. And then you have these two style of collages, one a little bit more bolder than the other. And then you have these two here. All right, so these are going to be the bases for the pages that are on the hinge. And then our super simple designs will sit on top of these. So these will be like the background pattern papers. All right, so those are the pages that we're going to use. Very Merry. Again, all of this will be linked down below. And here, again, called Super Simple Christmas, or Christmas Super Simples. And each one is broken down into days. That's how she showed them. So when it comes to the series and how I'm going to break it down, is this one is just going to show the papers. I've already shown the album. And then the next one we will be constructing day 1 or page 1 and page 2, or basically 2 sets. And then I'm going to have 5 of those. I may put in a third to bring them down, but again, to keep the videos long, because I'm just going to turn the camera on and we're going to go step by step. So very detailed, very Gabby. All right, and give you, you know, different ways that you can make this work. Now, here, the samples that I'm showing you here are printed on regular copier paper. Just a very generic copy paper. It's a very lightweight copy paper, and you can certainly put this together because that is what Anna did. And I will link down to her playlist down in the description where she shows both the completed product, so it's a quick flip through on what hers looks like to give you inspiration on how you can put yours together, and then she does a longer video on how she constructed it. So I'll have that playlist linked down below as well. So I'm going to flip through each of these so that you can see what we're dealing with and what we're looking at. So here is, we're just going to call them day 1. So you've got these pieces here. I've already got mine printed out, and I've printed mine while I'm showing you the samples on copy paper. This is so that I can store it so I know what it looks like. You can see she's giving you small tags, small journaling cards, banners, tags that are put together to create books, cutouts, pages, and so forth. So she's done so much of the work. Here it looks like it's a pocket that can be put together, some images for ephemera cutouts, and that's how each one will look, but it's a different setup, which I think is awesome. And then this final one. So again, those are the components of day 1. Now, when I printed mine out for the project itself, I printed them down on a cardstock, a heavier weight printer paper. I have a Canon G6020 printer. It's an Eco Tank, and I'm able to run, I don't run cardstock through my printer. I run a heavier weight printer paper. It's a text weight printer paper, and it's about 65 pounds, I believe. I'll have it linked below. So the colors are a little richer, and it's more substantial. But here is day 2. So we have bases and pockets and journaling cards, tags and little tiny quotes, folders, and again, lots of pieces so that you can be inspired. Here is what our third page or setup will look like. In some cases, she's provided the small tags or hinges, some longer strips, some journaling cards. And again, even though she may have pieces connected, you can change them. Here's some ephemeras. Here's some more pieces. We got some circles. And then some more flips as well. For the fourth component, again, some base pages here. Again, some more quotes. Beautiful image. I am just in love with the image. Some tickets, some tabs that we can cut out. Looks like we've got pockets here, some strips, a double tag, a circle. On our 5th day, or 5th page, again, more of the same, but again, she did a lot of the setup. So here we have some pockets, and some numbers, lots of ephemera pieces, lots of cards, lots of tags, and gives you the base to adhere it, whether you're doing a journal style or, in my case, we are going to marry these two concepts and put it into a scrapbook album. I'm so grateful when I reached out to her to propose the idea, and I always do that. You know, the creators put so much work into their designs. Here I'm flipping through day 6 or page 6. You know, these are their, you know, creations. And when I proposed, and she said yes, I was so excited. It's a beautiful, the images and the collages that she did, and this idea, I just immediately fell in love with it and immediately saw this idea. What I also think is great, so that was day 6. We've got our page 7 or day 7 here. Is she's also taken care of, you know, you don't have to sew, but you can. She's taken care of some of the layering on pieces, you know, like in this case here. You know, here's a collage piece down on the tag. Here's pieces right here that are already layered up, and the edges are inked. So if you are that person that's just starting out and wanting to test what these are all about when it comes to our journals, I think this kit is a great start, because again, some of that thought process has already been done for you. Here we're coming down to the end. Here's day and page 8. It's just wonderful to work with this. I love collaging. It's one of my favorite things to do. The textures that you can create. And again, here's some tags and some tabs that are already created. All you have to do is cut them out. Here's layering already done onto the piece. Here's more ephemera. And then again, the layering is done there as well. But she's kept both options available in each of the sets, each of the days. Here is number 9. Beautiful snowy tree. Again, some circles, some great quotes. Vintage photo playing in the snow. I love the bingo cards where we add our images on top of that. Beautiful bell. So again, we have so many pieces to work with and play with. And again, what's great is she's got her video series up and available, and I'm going to be referencing that for the base idea that she had for its construction. And we are just going to have fun. And here's our final one that we'll be working with eventually. This is going to be interesting. Again, some great quotes, some tabs, some journaling cards, a small music sheet. We can make booklets, we can make flicks or flips, we can make tucks, and lots of fun. So those are the sets that we are going to be using for our project. Now, I've already taken care of printing out. I have all of the pieces already cut apart, and that's really where all the time comes in for this. And again, everything, and I have them already broken down into my envelopes and labeled, ready to go. So again, I've printed mine on heavier weight text cardstock that goes through my printer really well. And again, it's about 65-pound text weight. Remember, there's always a difference when you see text or when you see cover. There's a difference in the weights and the GSMs. So when you're going through a printer, you can get heavier weight printer paper that resembles and feels like cardstock, but it runs through your printer better because it's a text weight. It's not that heavy. So that is going to be our project. Now, right after this, of course, since this is the introduction, and you're all probably sitting there going, what is she about to do? I'm going to have a video that follows right away that will get us right started into our first page. And again, I'm going to put them all together, and then we'll come back to our album to say, okay, which way do I want this to go? Which way do I want the pockets? Because there's pullouts, there's flips, ups, down, there's Z folds, there's multiple flips, there's all these different things that we're going to create in this. So I hope you stick around on this and choose which way you would want to create this. I love them both, so I'm going to be ecstatic when both of these come together and we get them married into each other. Okay? So we're going to use these sets like pattern paper that are already cut down and created for us. So again, I will have Anna's Etsy shop listed down below, Pink Monarch Prints. Hope I am saying that correct. So I'll have her shop linked. I will have the link to her YouTube channel. I will also have the link to this specific playlist to see how she did this, and also to these specific products in her Etsy shop. So lots of links going on down there, and I do hope that you will check out her shop. She has some beautiful, beautiful items in there. All right, so to make sure you don't miss any of these videos, make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell, so that you are notified when these videos. I'm not sure if I'm going to put them out in a daily type release or if they're just all going to come out at once. I've been doing that recently where they're just all available for you, so that you can pick and choose. So guys, stay tuned. I know I'm excited. I hope you are. But remember, enjoy your process. These would also be great to collage on cards as well. Let's get ourselves out of the box and just have fun with what's out there for paper. But enjoy the process. Don't get frustrated. There is no stress in our paper world. It's a wonderful medium and we can do so much with it and make it our own. But remember what is most important still. Always be creative. And I'll see you in the next part. Till then.